We are really happy that Sri Rajiv ji is here today with us. We have heard a lot about the book that he has written, Being Different, and he has already held quite many seminars and interactive sessions in different parts of not only in India, but even in the US. He has really had face-to-face discussions with many authors, scholars and pundits, And because he has been sending us the YouTube and I have been watching all of them. So today we are lucky that he is here with us. He's not just presenting his book, but I think it would be important to see how an Aurobindonian community responds to, reacts to this book. Because I've seen in his book, there's plenty of Sri Aurobindo there. We can see Rajiv is steeped in Sri Aurobindonian thought, and yet he's also being different there. He has his own point of view. And personally, when I started reading the book which I think apart from Sri Aurobindo, I hardly read any book. But this was one book which I started and I ended. And I went back to my childhood days when I used to really underline each good sentence or a phrase or an idea. And I haven't brought my book today, but if you can see that, I've really studied the book. It's an immensely interesting work. And what's important, I saw, having read Sri Aurobindo, to take a little privilege that I've read quite a lot, still to read Rajiv's book, Being Different, added great clarity in some points, which I did not, which were little loopholes in my own understanding of Sri Aurobindo vis-a-vis India and other cultures. So I'm much grateful to Rajiv to have really given me this new dimension. And there are different chapters in the book which will be dealt with afterwards after this inaugural talk. So I'm looking forward to a very intense session of a discussion. It's not just a one side lapping up saying, oh, somebody has written this, so we agree everything about it. No. In fact, SACAR is meant to be a forum for such books, for such discussions, and open-minded discussion. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate. So after that, the discussions will have lunch here at SACAR. So you are all welcome for the lunch. And then after that, Rajiv would be going in the afternoon to Oroville to present his own case. But one thing that really deeply touched me, apart from the general chapters, is that he falls in line with those great people like Anand Swami, who long back had really defended the Indian culture. After that, we know the great book by Sri Aurobindo, Foundations of Indian Culture. Then there have been other authors down the line who have really seen Indian culture. But being in the West, I must say, for so many decades, Rajiv has not been polluted at all. He has held high the Indian flag, the Indian values. Maybe he has had a better perspective than all of us who are living in India, because looking at Indian culture from abroad, from a little distance, gives you a better perspective. And that has been a great advantage with Rajiv, I think. So he has given not only an Indian, looking at the West from the India's point of view, looking at India from an Indian point of view, I think he has done a masterful work. It's been a long work, as he writes, about 10 to 15 years of work has gone into that. But Rajiv Malhotra, we are very, very proud of that book. Not just, I would say really, it should become a textbook for some of our own Indian students. We at SACAR will surely take it up as one of our own textbooks in our own courses on Indian culture. Because your view is contemporary, people can understand, and then we can relate to what you're saying, a lot of it. And the wonderful point that personally touched me was your dharmic tradition and history-centric tradition. I mean, those two words were really wonderfully coined by you. And then suddenly a whole chapter of civilization sort of, clarified itself in my mind when we think of the West and the East. Because sometimes it's necessary. We are living in India, we have read so much about India, but still, to get some of these beautiful words, they click together so many ideas. However, I don't want to take your time. I've already taken as an introduction, but I was so overwhelmed with Rajiv's work. I wanted to tell you a couple of words before we take up the session.